We can all learn how to say Ludus Corpse take his money in Spanish. Welcome to Spanish lesson stream. Hang on. Chrome audio. Turn it up. Here. We're gonna all learn together.
Saquea su cadáver, quítale su dinero.
Yay! Spanish lessons, you guys! Spanish. Where is my boy? Show him to me. Where is my man's? Show him. Ah, there he is! You were not there earlier! Sir! Oh, look at him. Look at him. Give me a minute. I'm just gonna look at him for a second. He's so relaxed. He was not there earlier, though, sir. There's my lad. Hello.
Second time, if this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim. I'm putting the gym button away.
No! My emotional validation, no! Wild Pokemon may attack you at any time. When they do, dodge like your life depends on it, because genuinely, it does. They will rip you to shreds. They will devour your organs, and they will love to do it, and they will love to listen to your screams while you do it. So you really, really do not want to get captured by one of those things. We want to be the ones doing the capturing, and then they want to be the ones doing the eating of you. So be sure that you don't let them do that. An ooh-woo voice is if I also do a little bit of Joyzy in there. Hello? Ooh-woo? I am Twum walking here. Ooh-woo? I'm a cute little anime cat girl. Ooh-woo? You want to ban me from my own stream? Okay, fine. Do it then. Do it! Do it, you punks! Get into some hot shipping. Oh no! Oh, this is how I die. I'm sorry, how did that not kill me? Hang on, let me check something. I need to go and kill off that dead stream. Murder. There, I've performed a murder. I would never do that, okay? No one tell TikTok what I'm doing, okay? I'm a criminal. I'm an art criminal. Nobody tell TikTok or I'm gonna get a bunch of pissed off know-nothings in my comments again. Damn it. Yeah, it was fun.
What this is saying then is...
Sarah's correction is, listen, yes. Listen, I'm shy, and also it was super fucking crowded. Now, it being super fucking crowded did not stop me from taking a picture of the really hot Godot cosplayer who was there. Did I say hot? I meant cute. I mean, fuck, shit, anyway. Shit. I went to Starbucks when I was at the airport just to, like, get myself a Frappuccino. It was like, you know what? I'm stuck in this airport for like 3 more hours. I'm gonna get myself a heckin' drink, and it's gonna be nice. And I'm gonna tell the Starbucks cashier that my name is Star, because that's a shape and it's easy to spell. And they put my name down as Store! My name is Store now! S-T-O-R-E! How could you fuck up Star? It's 4 letters and it's a shape! Ugh. You even made us post mean comments on your webtoons once. If you asked me to do stuff, we might do it. You guys took so much convincing to do the mean comment on webtoon shit. I was doing it for content, and you guys still wouldn't be mean to me. I was like, listen, I need this for content. I gotta be influencer. I gotta have content. I need you guys to bully me for content. And you guys were whinging about it so much. It's like, but we don't want to be mean. And like, I appreciate it, but I'm giving you a pass to be mean. And in fact, I'm requesting it because I needed to make a fucking TikTok video. Influencer PvP. You're in my house? Yes. Try to find me, motherfucker. I'm sniffing around in your pantry. I'm gonna milk your oats. That sounded weird. Redact that from the court record, please. Snack. Wait, no, don't eat snack. Oh, it's full of spiders. It's full of spiders. Why is it full of spiders? No, I need to destroy you or else the spiders, you will continue to summon more spiders, and that is the opposite of what I want. I wish to eradicate the spiders, please and thank you. Okie dokie. God, the spiders thing. Demonstration was an out and success. Head by anyone's calculations. He's actually kind of cute, you guys. I'm not gonna deny. He's kind of cute, actually. I kind of like him. But despite that, no one listens. No lawyer believes in the science. When it's explained, they all leave at high velocity. Okay, does someone want to explain to me why my mic in OBS settings was suddenly changed for literally no reason? I didn't change it. I did not change my mic in OBS. What happened there? Why are we doing that, OBS? Huh? Why are we doing that? Nani the fuck, bro? Anyway, basically what I was saying before I changed my mic while I was muted, apparently, was I jump scared you guys. I tried to. I screamed jump scare right when the scene transitioned. And I'll reenact it for you guys. We'll just start the stream over. It's fine. It's fine. I'll do it again. Yeah, it was fun. Jump scare! Did I get you, chat? Did I jump scare? White woman jump scare? No, shut up! Shut up! Stop being funnier than me. Ah! OBS was trying to protect us from the jump scare? Yeah, obviously. Clearly, that is what occurred. Here, I can make it even better, actually. I can make it even better. Hold on, one sec. Jump scare! That one's a literal a jump scare for you guys. There you go. Yay. Alright. Anyway, it's draw time. Let's go. We are drawing today. So yeah, sorry the stream is a day late, folks. I had a thing yesterday. So I could not stream yesterday. Originally, I wasn't going to be able to stream because of jury duty, but then I had another thing pop up and oh my god! Again! Jared! Bro! Are you like good? Thank you again! Oh my god! For the 50 gifted subs, or 50 gifted memberships, I have Twitch Brain. Chronic Twitch Brain. Oh my god! Thank you! Oh my god! Remember, you guys, courtesy, if you get gifted a sub, you gotta say thank you. Everybody say thank you in the chat if you get a sub. By sub, I mean membership, because I still have chronic Twitch brain. Ah. Just want everyone to be in the club. That's so sweet. Thank you. Everybody say thank you for your memberships if you're lucky enough to get one. I think it assigns them randomly. But yes, oh god, I broke it, hold on, oh god. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna take like a couple minutes to process, so just hang tight. Oh, MDOMA87, thank you for the super chat. There's a tiny castle in Irish Bayou in New Orleans. The next time you... New Orleans. I said it like a person who's not from the South. There's a castle in New Orleans next time you come visit. I've been to New Orleans, but it's been a while. It's been a bit. When was the last time I was there? I think the last time I was there, I was still in high school. So that was like over 10 years ago. It was a while ago. That's good to know. I like looking at cool shit. I want to see if that unlocked any more emotes real quick. I hope it did. The creature extends! Hang on, we gotta look at the creature graph every time this happens, because I have my graph of memberships. La creature! Now it's a snake with scoliosis. It's a creature who gifted scoliosis. La creatora. But yeah, so folks are getting given who gifted 50 memberships. Who do you think it was? It was Jared Sadewater again. La creature. It's got scoliosis. Okay, did that unlock any new emote slots? Hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey YouTube. 2 more? Okay, it's still processing. I gotta give it a minute. I'll check in like an hour and see if YouTube is, finished actually giving subs to people. I gotta stop saying subs. It's not subs. I'm not on Twitch anymore. I've been saved from Twitch. I don't have to do this anymore. Ah. Ah. Live for the chaos, y'all are all welcome. Apparently, this man lives for the chaos. I apologies if I got your pronouns wrong. I don't want to assume, but I did, so you just let me know if I got it wrong. I apologize. Yes, we are continuing with more comic page revisions. We're taking my old pages that I drew in like 2015, 2016, and we are tweaking them before Castoff Volume 1 goes to print in a couple of months. But I'm making slow but steady progress on making these pages look nice and pretty. We're not like completely redrawing, except in the most dire of circumstances. We are mostly just doing like some polishes, some touch-ups, some nice prettifications. I've been calling them the Blu-ray edits. Do you ever like watch an anime? The first one I always think of is Madoka, where like the creators are so, like the animators are so rushed during the actual anime season, and then when the anime goes to Blu-ray, they like make all the tweaks to it, and so that it actually looks nice. That's what I'm doing. That's what's happening. I love your avatar so much. Thank you! Castoff is going to print. Yes, it is. It's not going to happen anytime super soon. It's going to happen next year at the earliest, like next spring probably. Probably next summer, more likely. But I am gradually working towards it happening. So get excited, but don't hold your breath too long. My hope was that it would be happening in September of this year, but that's not gonna happen. I don't have enough time to get it done before then. But yeah, so folks who just got memberships, the thing that the memberships give you is you get a star next to your name in the chat. You get a red name in the chat box, green name if you're just looking at like the YouTube chat, but on my chat it's a red name because you're special. And then you also get all my emotes. I have like 13 different little special emotes for members, I believe. And then you also get access to my videos early. So basically, like, I post my videos on YouTube as soon as I finish them, which is usually a couple days, up to a week early. And then I post them, I make them unlisted videos for patrons and channel memberships. So when my next video goes up sometime later this week, you guys will be able to watch it early. Thought you were red-green colorblind for a second. No, it's green if you're looking at, like, the actual YouTube interface, but it's red in the video version of my, my thing. My chat box, up there, the one above me. Because that's my branding colors, baby. Look at this fucking face. Whoa! I love motion blur Ariana, smear frame Ariana. She's very, like, blurred. I think I may make it, like, a little bit, you know, not quite so fucking weird looking. So many stars in chat. I know! It's so cute! Oh, my heart. I got the heckin' dokies. The mother heckin' doki dokis from all the stars and the green and red names in the chat. Ah, it's so pretty! Makes me very happy. It makes me very happy. Thank you. We're still doing smear frame Ariana, but it's gonna look a little bit less scuffed, I guess. Look at her fucking face. How do I become a member? It looks like you already are one. You got struck by that gifted sub. But yeah, if you are not a member and you would like to be, there should be a join button down underneath the video. It should be next to the subscribe button, or where the subscribe button would be. So that is, if you would like to join the memberships, that is where you can go to do that. You've been struck by truck. Oh no! Arena looks like my face when I draw on the wrong layer. True, though. Why do we even have that layer? Oh, yeah, this is the worst face of all of them. I gotta get rid of this shit. I gotta fix this nonsense. Square-ass jaw. Ma'am. Good lord. Listen, 2015 and 2016 Star just wanted to have her characters have, like, cool shapes. My goal was, like, cool, abstract, like, kind of shapes in my character designs. Didn't really work out the way I thought. Like, I eventually did get a critique from a fellow comic person saying, like, hey, I love your comic, but you should probably, you know, like, actually do a little bit with your face anatomy. I'm like, yeah, it didn't really go, like, quite how I planned, so. Filing down of Ariana's square-ass chin has been a long time coming. I actually did do it and replace those images on a couple of places, like on the main site. But I only did it for the first few chapters, and so from an outsider's perspective, it looks like Ariana randomly gains a square chin in chapter 3, and then it goes away towards the end of chapter 3. Minecraft chin? How dare you? No. Hang on, I'm gonna go check something really quick. It's hot in my room, and I'm not sure if it's just because it's 105 fucking degrees out. Okay, no, my AC's working, it's just fucking hot. Good to know. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. wanted to go check my AC. I live in fear because my AC has already broken once this summer and it had to get a whole bunch of like the wiring replaced. And it cost like $1,000. More than that, it was closer to like 1,500, I think, actually. I don't remember exactly how much it was. I just remember that I cringed very hard when the man told me the number. But yeah, it's my AC is still working. It is just comically hot. I actually might close this window. Let me do that. Let me close my window that I've got right next to my desk. Try to conserve a little bit. Sorry, Anna hand is far too large. And her ear is way the fuck up there. I just realized that. Oh, girly. Oh, my daughter. Oh, no. Her ear do be ascending, though. Listen, half the joy of these streams is looking at my old art and cringing. But sometimes it's, like, especially bad. Like, damn. Yeah, YouTube's gonna be giving out membership for a while. It takes a long time. It's gonna take a bit. Just let it run its course. YouTube is digesting. Also, am I back at it again with the Zelda instrumentals? You bet it. You bet I am. Abso-frickin-lutely. Alright, so now we got the inks fixed, so now we just gotta go in and do... Look at that flat ass. Okay, anyway. Music ticker is off by a song again. So it is. Music ticker, come on. There we go. There we go. Now it's fixed. Now it's fixed. Yeah, so for folks who were not here previously, for this scene taking place in the castle area, which we're probably gonna get through the rest of them today, because there's only like 3 or 4 more. I'm just leaving the backgrounds alone for now, because I'm planning on coming back to them once I have like a 3D model of my... I'm gonna like completely redesign the backgrounds for this like, the royal like castle area. So you're not gonna see me fixing any of those, on the stream. The backgrounds I will fight with when I am not streaming. And once I have time to redesign all that nonsense. Redo your silly castle. Yeah, Jay he was roasting me for my bad castle design. Rude. He's right, though. He's right to do it. Yeah, it was just one of those things I didn't put a whole lot of thought into before I first started the comic, and I should have. But better late than never. And with webcomics, it's nice because they're not, like, in print, so you can always go back and change stuff if you need to. Like I'm doing right now. Smear frame Ariana, even her colors are smeared. Oh no. Okay. And then we color in the mouth. Oh. That, we fix that, we fix ish. Oh golly. And I'll just do the basic shading. Because the rest is all based on, like, the lighting effects and whatever. Oh yeah, so I want to tell you guys about how I got called in for jury duty yesterday. That was almost a nightmare. I mean, it kind of was a little bit, but it could have been way worse. I could have actually gotten chosen for jury duty. I didn't. Spoiler alert. If I did, I wouldn't be streaming right now. I would have been at jury duty until, like, 20 minutes ago. But yeah. So, a couple weeks ago, I got a letter saying, hey, it's time to do your civic duty. You're being called in for jury duty. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to, though. And the letter did not respond because it was a piece of paper. And so I was hoping, I was complaining about it to my friends, and a lot of my friends said, you might, like, not even get called in. Because my mom and some of my friends have said that when they got called in for jury duty in the past, they'll like sometimes call you like the night before and say, hey, you don't actually have to come in. We changed our minds, or we don't need you for whatever reason. And so I was really hoping for some of that energy so I wouldn't have to drive like 40 minutes away, which is where I was supposed to report for it. And so Sunday night, I like call their 1-800 number, and I was like, do I still have to go in? Please say no. And they were like, nah, you still have to go in. And I was like, fuck. So I had to drive, not to the courthouse. They had it like our local civic center, because I guess they had to like call a bunch of people. Okay, so it was super weird. I've never done jury duty before, because the last and only time before this I got called in for jury duty, I was still in college, out of state, and so I got to say, fuck off, actually, I'm not gonna go. So this was like my first time getting called as an adult without a better excuse. Or without like an automatic, I don't need to go to this thing, message. But like, I super didn't want to go, because as you guys probably know, I am self-employed. This is what I do. I'm a comic artist / YouTuber / just internet person. I have a small business where I like sell my wares. I don't have an employer who's going to reimburse me for the time lost when I'm serving jury duty. Like, from what I understand, a lot of people, if you get jury duty, your employer will still pay you for those days, because, I mean, it's not something that you have any control over. And then, like, the actual jury service will give you a little bit of compensation, but it's usually not enough to actually live on. For example, for my time and service yesterday, I'm gonna get a check in the mail sometime soon for $6, you guys. That's, like, just enough to cover gas. $6 whole for wasting half of my day yesterday. Wow. It's like, you're losing money just sending this to me, basically. But yeah, so I was hoping, like, a lot of people that I talked to, everyone who was saying, it's like, well, even if you, like, pretty much everyone I talked to said, even if you do get called in, you should be able to plead, like, financial hardship, because if you're the only breadwinner of your household and you can prove that, like, you're not going to be making any money on those days that you're doing jury duty, or the days that you are doing jury duty, then you can, like, say, hey, this is going to financially harm me being here, can I go? And apparently, in some instances, that is enough to, like, get just, like, an automatic, they'll, like, excuse you. Not in my case, apparently. Not in my county. My county are a bunch of hard asses, apparently. Small town hospitality bullshit, it's apparently not enough to get me off the hook for jury duty, because, like, I walked in yesterday morning, and I, like, stood to the side for a few minutes when we were, like, checking everybody in. And so I, like, walked in, and I had my little slip of paper with all my info filled out, and they're like, if you want to claim an exemption, step to the side, and we'll have the clerk talk to y'all, and she'll let you know if you can go or not. And, this is important, so this may come back into it. And so I ended up being one of the last people into the room, because I, like, stepped aside and I was talking to the county clerk, and she was like, okay, what's your excuse? And I'm like, self-employed, sole proprietor, I'm not getting paid for any of the days that I'm here. And she's like, that's not good enough, unfortunately. And I'm like, okay, well, I do have several business trips planned. My nearest one is next week. And if I'm distracted with this, if I'm on jury duty, then I am going to be not only out hundreds of dollars of non-refundable, like, hotel and travel expenses, I'm also going to be losing thousands of potential income because I don't go. And then she kind of stopped me in the middle of me explaining that when I said that I had one next week. She's like, we'll be done by the end of this week. And I'm like, are you sure? And she's like, yes, I already explained to them, like, the judge and everyone told me that this should be done by the end of next week, and I told them that if it's not done by the end of next week, I'm gonna punch them. And I'm like, that's a little reassuring, I guess, but, like, I have Anime Fest next weekend. And I've already paid, like, several $100s for the hotel. And so I'm like, I need to go to that, or else I'm gonna lose that money. I can't get a refund for that. You're talking about you being a miscreant? I'm not a miscreant! You can't prove anything! But yeah, so, like, I went in the room, and it was just, like, this big frickin' room, and they had all the chairs, like, spaced out in, like, a 5-foot grid, so, like, all the chairs were 5 feet apart from each other, and it felt like the fucking Hunger Games. And I was seated kind of near the back because, like I said, I like, kind of was pulled aside to talk about my excuses for why I didn't want to be there. I was, like, one of the last people into the room, and again, I think this might be relevant for why I didn't end up getting chosen. So then, we sat in there for a while, and then the judge came in, and the judge was talking about, he was like, wow, look at all the... by the way, if you guys have ever seen My Cousin Vinny, the judge at the trial yesterday, he sounded like the judge from My Cousin Vinny if you played him on 1.5 speed. He had that southern drawl, but he talked a lot faster. He had the southern drawl, but it wasn't quite so much of a drawl, it was just southern. Very Texan. Yeehaw. It made me giggle, it made me laugh. My Cousin Vinny is a very good movie, actually. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, it's good. I've referenced it heavily in my Ace Attorney playthroughs. But yeah, so... he came in there and he was talking about, I was like, oh yeah, well, I'm so happy that so many of y'all showed up, because we've always had real good attendance in this county, and I don't know if it's because we're so close to military base and people here know the value of serving your country, or if it's just our small town sense of civic duty and civic pride. And I'm like, he's talking about that. He's talking about all this stuff. He's like, yeah, I'm proud of this county. We have good attendance records in this county. When we summon people for jury duty, they actually show up in this county. And I'm just thinking, like, well, yeah, dude, that's probably because we would have gotten fined like $1,000 if we didn't show up. So I'm not sure if that's really worth bragging about, actually. Because, yeah, fun fact for the non-Americans out there, if you get summoned for jury duty and you don't show up without, like, a good excuse for why you shouldn't be there, they'll fine you up to $1,000. Yay! But yeah, so he was talking about that, and then he started talking about the case, and I don't actually, like, I never learned what the case actually was, which is why I think it's okay for, they never said that this is, like, top secret. We never found out the actual details of the case because I got let go early. But what he said was, this is a very serious case. This is a criminal trial. That's why we had to call so many people, because we wanted to make sure we got a full jury on this case because it's a very serious matter. It's like, apparently it was a dude versus like the state of Texas. He was like accusing him of something and he was trying to plead not guilty, which is why he was in the court. So like, you can make a couple of assumptions about that, but again, I genuinely do not know what the guy was accused of, and I'll probably never know because I'm nosy, but I also don't care that much. Like, my best guess is that, like, okay, so that's the other thing, right? That's the other thing. I went up and talked to, so they said at the start, like, after the judge kind of, like, came up and introduced himself and, like, talked about the case a little bit, they said, it's like, okay, so if any of y'all have a reason why you think you need to be excused, come up and talk to the judge one at a time, and we'll give you, like, case by case, it's like, if you should stay or not. And so I ended up taking my turn to go up there because I, like, really wanted to make sure, like, you know, the clerk had told me, oh, you'll be done by Friday at the absolute latest. And I was still nervous about it, though, because, again, I have a trip next week that I've already paid for. And so I, like, wanted to go up and tell the judges, like, hey, listen, if me being self-employed is not a good enough excuse to get out of it, I understand. But if there is any chance of this going longer than a week, I would like to defer this to, like, November or December, like, sometime when I'm not going to have any conventions in the near future. And he, again, reassured me. It's like, well, when's your trip? And I'm like, well, my earliest one is I'm leaving town next Friday. And he's like, we will absolutely be done by then, unless something very, very bizarre happens. And I'm like, how can you be so confident, though? It was just so, the juxtaposition of him saying, like, this is a very important trial, this is a very important case of the state versus the defendant, but they're all, like, super, like, everyone I talked to was super duper certain that the trial wasn't gonna go longer than, like, 4 days from now. Like, it wasn't gonna last longer than the end of the week. So, like, my only assumption based on that has to be, like, whatever it was, it's gonna be, like, real open and shut. Like, the guy shot somebody and he was caught on camera shooting somebody, so it's, like, very obvious that he is guilty. But, like, at that point, why are you even bothering with a trial? So, like, I don't freaking know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not even gonna pretend that, like, I mean, I used to work for a law firm, but I was a secretary. I was paid $11 an hour to sit at the front desk and look cute and occasionally make legal documents, but that was about it. It's just because none of the lawyers knew how to use Microsoft Word. Or I guess they did, but, like, I was faster at it, and they had better shit to do, which I understand. And they're like, hey, can you look at this cover sheet for the court docket and, like, recreate this in Microsoft Word? Can you make this a template so that we don't have to do it again every single time? I'm like, yeah, give me, like, 10 minutes. It's just, like, 3 columns and a bunch of parentheses, and I'm like, okay, there, I did it. But I am not a legal professional. It was so weird. I wish Saven was here. I could ask her. She's a lawyer. She went to law school. I could ask her what her thoughts are. But she's not here today, and I haven't seen her in the chat. She might be here, but I haven't seen her. Chat's moving so fast because there's so many people here! Where are all you guys coming from? What the heckies? Why are there almost 150 people in my chat right now? You guys are being ridiculous. What the heck? But yeah, so what basically happened was, so after they did the whole debrief thing, after we all went over our, like, we all had a chance to talk to the judge if we wanted to be let go, they basically kicked us out of that room and said, like, go chill for, like, 45 minutes in the hallway, just, like, somewhere else in the Civic Center, and we'll call you guys back in later. And everybody was like, okay, whatever. So I just, like, went out into the hallway and found a chair, and I was just, like, sitting there drawing comic pages for, like, the rest of the morning, because I brought my iPad with me, because I'm like, well, if I'm gonna be here all day, I might as well get some damn work done. So I brought my iPad, and I was sketching comic pages in the lobby. And it was a whole thing. But yeah, and so what ended up happening was, so like there were 100, so you know, for the average jury, and they did confirm that they needed 12 people on this, they needed 12 people. There was easily over 150 people in this room before people started leaving with their like excuses and whatever. And so by the time all the people with excuses ended up leaving, there was probably like a little over 100. And so I thought, it's like, okay, so the next step is going to be they're going to like call us in small groups, and I have to explain to them why I would be a bad juror so I don't have to actually do this. Yeah, 150 bonkers amounts of people, considering like they summoned 10 times as many people as they actually needed for this. I'm like, damn, how important is this freaking case? Because, oh my god, that's a lot of people. But yeah, so then they said, it's like, okay, we're going to start calling people in. We have 75 people that we're going to pull today. I think it was the defense attorney who was like calling people in, who's like dude in a suit and a stripy little tie. Seems to be a story time. I don't know if I could make a full video about it. It's not that interesting. Here, what I'll do is if it ends up being like a really serious trial that's like on the news and shit, and I'm like, I was almost a juror on that case, then sure, but otherwise, I don't know. It can just be for stream. It can just be a little mini story time for the stream people. But yeah, so they started calling people back. They would like call out names, and when your name got called, you had to go back into the starting room. Do you have spiky hair? He had no hair. And not by choice. He was a balding man in his, like, 50s. Probably. 40s or 50s. In a blue suit and a stripy tie. But yeah, so they started calling people back one by one. And so he's like, we're going to pick 75 people to interview. And we've already, like, got all your information. So when you hear your name called, come back into the room. And so they're like calling people one at a time, and I'm sitting there like drawing, waiting to hear my name get called. And then I realize, once they get to like about the 60s, I look around and I realize it's like, there's way more than 75 people here. What happens if our name doesn't get called? Do we just get to go home? Hey, if our name doesn't get called, do we just get to go home? Because, like, they were calling in the 60s, which meant that there was, like, 15 people they needed to get, and there was, like, over 30 people still left, and I'm like, they don't call my name, can I just go home? And, like, the woman next to me, there's like this like middle-aged woman sitting next to me, and she and I were like kind of grumpily talking about how uncomfortable the chairs were earlier. And at some point when they get closer to the 70s, we're in like 65, and she's like, oh man, you know, he's like, if we don't get called, we get to go home. And I'm like, oh, you think so? Do we get to go home if they don't call us? Oh my god, that'd be awesome. I'd love to go home. And then she gets called as number 74 out of 75. And I'm like, no, you jinxed it. Rest in peace. But no, I had a little mini heart attack because there was another person named Star there. And they called her and not me. And they were like, Star? And I was like, uh-huh. And they did some other last name. And I'm like, oh, thank God. But then it was like, once it got to the 70s, I was like, genuinely, my heart started beating really fast. I'm like, oh man, if I don't get called, they're gonna call 5 more names. If I don't get called, I get to go home. And then they got to number 75, and it wasn't me. And they were like, okay, everybody who didn't get called, you're excused, go home. And I was like, yes! And I was just like zooming out of the room. I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. I'm going home. So what I think happened, this is my hypothesis. I think one of 2 things may have happened that got me out of jury duty. The first one could have been that they were just calling people in the order that they showed up that day. And so they just called the first 75 people who showed up. Like, they took the stack of cards with our information on them that they took from us when we first walked in. And they just did it in like order of when we showed up. So like the first 75 people who showed up today, y'all get fucked because you get the ones who get picked, and then everybody else who showed up later, we just get to go home. So that was an option. That's option A, hypothesis A. The other option that I think may have also been a factor is that the defense lawyer was kind of hovering and like listening to people's like excuses when they were talking to the judge. He was like kind of hovering over my shoulder and like taking notes while I was explaining that I was busy like the next week, and like if there was any chance at all that we were going to be occupied with this next Friday, that I wouldn't be able to participate. Another chance is that he heard me say that and was like, we're not even going to bother with her because, I mean, you know, the defense might want the trial to go on a little longer. So, you know, if he heard that and he's like, oh, well, if she might cause problems if we pick her, and so they just let me go anyway. I don't know which one it was. Either way, your girl's free of jury duty. And I don't have to do jury duty now, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I don't have to do jury duty, because this was like a big source of anxiety for me for like the past couple of weeks. It's like, damn it, if this is gonna cause problems, then I'm gonna have problems, and it's gonna be a pain in my ass. And I mean, like, it could have been worse. They did say that even if I did get picked, it wouldn't have lasted longer than a week, which, like, I could have dealt with. It would have been a pain in my ass, and I would have had to drive 40 minutes each way all week, and that would have been a major pain in my ass. But, like, it could have been way worse, you know? But at the same time, I'm really glad I didn't have to do it. I was then joking with the D&D friends later that they smelled my weird vibes when I walked into the courthouse, and they were like, ew, no, weird millennial with an iPad, get her out of here. She's here to cause problems. And then Jay was like, oh my god, she's a VTuber. No VTubers in the courtroom. Get her the fuck out of here. And I'm like, listen, whatever works. Whatever gets me off the hook for jury duty, I do not want to be here. I do not want to be here. And it's funny, because, like, my mom actually did grand jury a few months ago, where she had to go in, like, once a month or once a week, I don't remember exactly, but she had to go in and basically, like, hear a bunch of different court cases and then decide, like, is this case worthy of going to court or not? And then the grand jury would, like, decide that, and then they do, like, a bunch of different cases. According to her, a lot of them were dealing with, like drug stuff. It was like, these people have a meth lab in their basement, should they go on trial for that? And the jury had to pick yes or no. And she loved it, apparently. She's a real socialite. She's like, oh my god. Oh my god, it's like, I get to hear all about all the meth labs in town. It's so much fun getting to, like, hear all the town gossip. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you had fun, Mom. I do not want to go to jury duty. I have better shit to do with my life. I have to go be an influencer somewhere else. Bro could tell you didn't shower. I shower every night, and I smell delightful. Maybe not, like, right this second, because I am very sweaty. Because it is very hot, because it is 105 degrees outside, apparently. But you get the idea. Ah! But yes. So, your girl is free of jury duty. Like, it would have been interesting, I guess. It would have been cool to know, like, what exactly the hell the guy was accused of. There was such a thing. But I didn't care that much. I wanted to go home and pet my cats and draw my little anime characters. So yeah. Glad I didn't have to go. Glad I got to go home. Because, yeah, another thing is, like, if it had lasted all week, I would have had to miss D&D on Thursday, and that would have broken my fucking heart. Because I like playing D&D. And, I mean, like, my group may have, like, rescheduled, but it's like, then I would have felt bad. I'm like, but I just let me go. I don't want to go. I want to play. I would so much rather be enjoying a fun little fantasy romp than deciding if a person was guilty of, I don't know, fucking stealing from the cash register. I don't fucking care. Just let me go home. I have to go be a sad little tiefling. I have to go be a sad little tiefling in D&D on Thursday morning. Please don't make me do jury duty. If they had gone ahead without me, I would have been like, you guys aren't allowed to do anything cool when I'm not there. Please don't do anything too exciting when I'm not there. But, like, that's not fair of me to ask, right? When I say that kind of stuff, I am joking. But it's like, oh, I don't want to it's the FOMO. It's the D&D FOMO, you know? It's the D&D FNMO. I don't know. Would have had them visit a museum. Oh boy. And this is a Brachiosaurus. Where's Verity? Don't worry about it. Museum of your dead teammates. I'm gonna stab you. Stabs you with a knife. Stab, stab, stab. Guys, Jay's our DM for our Thursday D&D campaign, and he keeps being mean to me. Everybody cancel Jay in the chat. Everybody at Jay in the chat and tell him that he's an asshole. Kick this man's ass. I'm sicking my viewers on you, Jay. What are you gonna do about it? Keep it up. No! Banned! Banned for siding with the enemy. And I did nothing. I have screenshots, motherfucker! Tormenting me about Dungeons and Dragons. For that, she get the cyber stabbing. Beep, beep, beep. Oh yeah, so I've joked before about how I sometimes like to stick my self-insert into the background of Castoff. I did it in Chapter 7. There's like a random guard who kind of has my same hairstyle. This is the first instance of me ever doing that. This right here, this is my my self-insert character. There she is. Some fun little lore for you guys. I mean, if you look at how I drew myself for the How to Webcomic book, it's the resemblance is uncanny, really. I mean, technically for the How to Webcomic book, I did have bangs at that point, and so I drew my hair a little bit differently, but hang on. Here. So this is how I draw myself for the How to Webcomic book. I just pulled up a random image. And then here's how I draw myself when I stick myself in my own webcomic. The resemblance is uncanny. Yeah, so there's your fun little stream exclusive Castoff lore. Is there are several places in the comic where I just drew myself into the backdrop for shits and giggles. But yeah. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about in relation to the comic, but I don't remember what it was. I don't remember. Shit. Oh yeah, so I mean, I guess we can talk about it's Tuesday. I don't usually stream on Tuesday, but I'm here anyway. Surprise. It's for a couple of reasons I ended up postponing Monday stream to today. One was just that I was tired after jury duty, but also I had some family stuff pop up. Nothing serious, it was just like, hey, we need to do this thing, and today's the only day that it works with everyone's schedules. And I was like, I guess I can reschedule my stream if, like, that's an important thing. So, I guess I'm okay with doing a Tuesday stream instead of a Monday stream. My viewers will understand, they'll survive. Although I did make a message, like, I posted a message in the chat of the waiting room saying, hey, the stream is being postponed till tomorrow. I did forget to pin it, though. So I did see, like, a couple of people were confused, and I was like, oh, oops, oh shit. I think people did figure it out eventually, but yeah, I was busy yesterday, so. I mean, I did warn people that, like, I might have to postpone if I got called in for jury duty. So I think people, like, figured it out eventually, but yeah. I did a oopsie. Thought you were on jury duty. I was on jury duty, but I did get off in time to stream, but then I was tired, and then I had family stuff come up, like, right when I got... Literally, like, 10 minutes after I got home from jury duty, family stuff popped up, and I'm like, well, I guess this is the rest of my day. It's like, I was very optimistic when I was making my stream schedule, but my optimism paid off. We just had to postpone Monday's stream to Tuesday. It all worked out. How's brother's new I almost said GF. It was like GIF versus GIF all over again. But yes, I met my brother's new girlfriend yesterday. I like her. She is nice. That was the shenanigans of yesterday. I'm not going to talk about it too much because that is private business. But yes. That is my family shenanigans that were happening yesterday. Mods, I'll tell you guys more later if you're curious, but there's not too much else to the story. I was just meeting people. Meeting new people. Yippee-ki-yay. And yesterday was like the only day that worked with everyone's schedule, so. This face looks so much better now. Filing down that Ariana chin. So therapeutic. Oh, so just one more thing speaking of jury duty, because I was talking to my brother yesterday. I told him that I had been, like, in jury duty earlier that morning. And he was telling me about the last time he got called in for jury duty. He had to go in and he got picked to be on the jury. And then on the day of the trial, apparently the person on trial was like a kid getting accused of truancy, like school truancy. And he said the kid didn't show up to his trial. And so everybody got excused. He's like, wow, that's very in character for the accused, isn't it? Goodness gracious. It's like, yeah, I'm being accused of not showing up to school. What if I just don't show up to my trial? What about that? It's like, alright. It's very fucking good, actually. Yeah, so I believe that is the last of the jury duty stories. I don't have anything else. No mas. You can be trialed for that? I guess. I guess so. Because it happened. I don't know, like, how truant you have to be. Like, maybe just, like, never showed up to school ever. And, like, where's the cutoff point for truancy for a teenager? This music we're listening to is very dramatic compared to what we're drawing. I guess this is a dramatic scene, though. It got ruled unconstitutional like 5 years ago, but I guess that might have been a local thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an expert. I don't know shit. We have another one, lads. Another case of squiddies. Square titties. Get that shit out of here. The top surgery was a success. Anyway. Sorry if this is your first stream and you're just now being introduced to the concept of square titties. It's a vital part of stream lore, don't worry about it. Oh, so I guess in streamer news, in Star streaming stuff news, I was doing some sketches last night, and I was working. So I've talked about this before. This is not a secret. I've wanted to do like a 2.0 model for a while for my Vtuber. And so I wasn't sure for a while if I just wanted to like add a new outfit to this current one, and like, you know, maybe tweak the face a little bit, but then just add the same outfit to this character. But what I think I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to make a completely new model. The design will not really be changing. It's just getting kind of like a, it's going to look largely the same, but it's going to be more detailed. Just a new layer of polish, basically. So things are going to be fairly the same, but also like a new shiny coat of paint. And then I'm also going to be adding like a couple of tweaks to this outfit. I'm going to be doing a couple of like stylistic changes to it. And then I will also be adding the second outfit to that new one. And my goal is to like have a base model so that it will be easier to add new outfits to it in the future. And then I can just pay my rigger to add the new outfits just on top. And apparently like just adding new outfits is actually not that difficult for VTubers because, you know, most of the time for a VTuber model, most of the effort is spent on the face. So you just do the face once and then like adding new outfits and expressions is a lot easier. So that's what I think I'm gonna do. But I was doing some sketches last night. And just like thinking about stuff. And so I'm probably going to start working, like slowly start poking away at that relatively soon. It's not high on my priorities list. It's going to be just kind of like something I do in my free time for the next couple of like weeks to months. And then it's going to take time for my my skeleton dealer to make the rig for it. But yeah, so that is a thing that will hopefully be happening. I showed off the concept for the new outfit on one of my charity streams because kind of like a reveal of the design for it was one of the charity incentives. I'm making a couple of tweaks to the design that I showed on that stream, but it does overall look pretty similar. So yeah. Yeah, the detective outfit. So it's like kind of somewhere between like a little detective outfit and just like kind of like cute fashion in general, but it's also like a little bit idly because it's got like a floofy skirt that's really cute, and I'm very excited about it. I would love to do like a full and proper idol outfit for my VTuber in the future. I feel like maybe if I ever release like whenever I release my first song cover, that's when I do like a reveal of the song cover and the release of the new outfit like at the same time. I think that could be fun. Because I like idols and I like idol costumes. It's very cute. It's cute. I like floofy idol outfits. I used to cosplay a lot of idol characters. This cute shit. So yeah, I don't have an estimated date for that. That's like very much my back burner project for the next few months, but slowly but surely gonna be poking away at that as I go. That's probably just gonna be like my weekend project for a while. Oh, so here's another thing I was talking about. So I have a chat room on Discord that's like just for all my stream mods and like for me to just like talk to my stream mods. And I was talking in there the other day. I've officially grown too powerful. I have grown too powerful and I need to be stopped. So in case you guys haven't noticed, and if you haven't noticed, I'm going to be really sad because it means that YouTube is not doing its job and letting you guys know when I have new videos out. I have been posting a lot of like YouTube shorts recently. Because the algorithm apparently really likes YouTube shorts. And so I wanted to play around a little bit. And so the first thing I did was I paid a friend to edit down my 10 things you should never do in a webcomic video. I paid a friend to edit those into 10 shorts for me, and I posted those. And those did okay, but I decided that what I would rather do, it's like just to make the videos a little bit better and a little bit more standalone, is I wanted to like re-script them and re-record the audio and like actually make them into full like videos and stuff. And so then Jay helped me script 10 shorts for the 10 things every webcomic creator should be doing. Star's been blowing up my notifications. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be posting less often from now on. I had a whole bunch in my backlog and I wanted to get through them. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is my schedule for a while. But yeah, I've also been cross-posting them everywhere, yeah. But, so I did that, and then I also, so if you guys didn't see, I made little, I'm working on a set of acrylic standees for all of my Castoff characters, and I also made one of my Vtuber. Here, I'll show you guys, Hang on. So here's the one of my Vtuber. Look at her, she's so cute. So this is gonna be a little acrylic standee, and she'll sit on your desk and be adorable. She'll sit on your desk and watch you working. So this is gonna be one of them. They're not available yet, but they will be available on my store relatively soon. Probably like September. And then I made one for like all of my Castoff, all the Castoff characters too. Don't accidentally open the spoiler one. But yeah, so what I did was I made all of these acrylic standees, like all the art for all of these, and I recorded time lapses of all of these when I was drawing them. And so each one I made into a short, just like a little 1 minute time lapse with voiceover. And so that's like, I have 2 more to finish, but that's like 8 shorts, and I just sat down and edited all of those yesterday. So I have the 10 shorts that I made for the 10 things every artist should do video, and then I had 8 more that I made from like all the acrylic stand art. And then I'm gonna have 3 more when I eventually do the Mail Club art for August. And so basically I have enough content to post a video like every Monday, Wednesday, Friday until like mid-September. So my schedule is basically Monday, Wednesday, Friday in perpetuity. So every Wednesday I'm going to post a time lapse. Every other Monday I'm going to post a story time video. That's been my usual schedule and I'm keeping up with that. But then on Mondays and Fridays when I'm not posting a story time, I'm posting a short. So basically every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the foreseeable future you will be getting a new video from me. Most of that will be shorts, because I have a shit ton of them in my backlog now. But yeah, I think I'm officially, like, too powerful. I am officially too powerful for my own good. I have so many videos in my backlog, it's a little crazy. So I hope you guys enjoy them and watch them. I hope you guys watch them and you enjoy them. Do you want to... I was about to say, do you want to see one? But that might be difficult because I have program capture instead of screen capture. So I'd have to, like, get the whole freaking thing set up and be a pain. But yeah, my next storytime video is coming out next Monday. I'm not done editing it yet. There's a couple of little, like, mini skits in it, and I'm waiting on lines from the folks who are going to record those for me. But early access folks, I'm hoping to have it finished by this weekend. So, yeah. That's the plan, that's the goal. So I hope y'all enjoy those. I just think it's funny because, like, I was doing TikTok and I was posting like 2 or 3 times a day on TikTok back when I was, like, in the height of it. But then TikTok just, like, stopped showing my videos to people to the point where I just kind of stopped putting effort into my videos. And then I burnt out on TikTok so hard just because I wasn't seeing any results from it. And that was almost a year ago exactly. Like, a little less than a year ago, or a little more than a year ago. It was, like, last spring. I just burnt out really hard on TikTok. And, where the fuck is my folder? Castoff folder. Print version, okay. Chapter 2. Page 29. Let's go. Love listening to story times in the background when I draw, and watching speed paints helps me see how others draw things and I can learn stuff. Yeah! I hope that they are helpful, and I'm glad that folks are enjoying them. It's been nice. And I mean, I've been really happy because, like, my shorts have been performing, like, really freaking well. And it just makes me really happy because it means that, like, you know, the work I'm putting into them is actually worth it. And that's always nice to see. Especially, like, the mini time-lapses ones. I love doing the mini time-lapse videos because they are so quick. They're so easy to make. And I love easy-to-make content. I love it. Because, like, literally, while I was waiting for my brother and his girlfriend to come over yesterday, I literally sat down and edited, like, 8 shorts yesterday. Like, I edited all of the time-lapse shorts yesterday. Just in one sitting, and it took like 2 hours to edit 8 videos and export them all and upload them all. It was bonkers. I love easy content, and those shorts are easy content. And so I was like, because I've posted videos like that before in the past on TikTok, and they never really perform very well, so I was never super motivated to like really put effort into them and like really, like, you know, post them more frequently. But it's a shame because, you know, like, I'm recording time lapses of all this art that I'm doing, and it'd be nice if, you know, I could post it on TikTok and get some reactions, but TikTok was like, nah, this is lame and we're not going to show it to people. And so I kind of took a risk by making some and like posting them on YouTube. But YouTube, like, my first one that I ever posted, the one that I posted for the July art print for Patreon, the like little post office illustration, that one got like 24,000 views in the first day. And I was like when I posted it on TikTok, I think it got like maybe 2,000 views, and I was like, all right, I have 180,000 like people following me on TikTok, and I only get 2,000 views. This is not worth it. But then I posted it on YouTube, and it exploded, and I was like, okay. Yeah, so I'm like, well, good. Thanks for appreciating the easy content, YouTube. Thank you. Means that I can make more of them. Here's a fucking deluge of them. I hope you like the mini speed paints because I have like 18 of them to post. I have so many. We're gonna watch them all. Good! Thank you for helping spread my silly shorts. I appreciate it, thank you. It helps get my shit up in the algorithm so that I can grow the channel. Because YouTube has been my best friend recently, and so I've been focusing a lot on the platform in the last couple of months. Woohoo! Spread the shorts. Yes. Yeah, I feel like I've just gotten really lucky with YouTube recently. I mean, I have been putting in a lot of work, so I don't think it is entirely luck, but there is a certain amount of luck that is present there that I am really appreciative of. Thanks for liking my shit, YouTube. I appreciate it. It's been making my life a lot easier recently because now I can just focus on like one platform that just like freaking loves me and actually lets me share links to my other projects with a URL, a clickable link. Unlike some platforms, cough Instagram, cough TikTok. Man, the only reason I'm even still bothering with Instagram is because I can post automatically. Like, I can schedule a whole bunch of posts in advance and then just, like, not pay attention to it anymore. It's literally the only reason I'm still using Instagram. If I didn't have that, I would have given up on Instagram a long time ago. Get this eye and scoot it down a little bit. Where, Rihanna? Where, ma'am? Square and cross-eyed a little bit. Remember, kids, if you're having a hard time telling what the heck is wrong with a picture, you flip it. It sometimes makes it a little bit easier to see what exactly is going wrong. Flip that canvas. Yes, exactly. I have it set to a keyboard shortcut so I could just go beep boop, 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 beep boop. Boop, boop. Dance, Ariana, dance. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Hang on, I just had an idea for another short. I could make a short about that. Map the canvas flip to a keyboard shortcut. Quick art tips. Okay. See, this is what I do. I just, whenever I have an idea for a new thing, I just jot it down real quick in my handy-dandy Trello board. And then it's all easy peasy. Enough of the memberships went through, then I can add another emoji. Let's go. I have to go find my emotes. I have to go look at my emotes. Which ones haven't I added? Which of my emotes have I not put in there yet? Okay, do I have the Woda stick ones? Because I love that one, but I don't think that one's in. Yes, okay, I have the Woda. I have the wave. I have the sus one. Here, I'll show you guys which ones I don't think I've put in yet. So there's the star sus, I don't think is in there yet. No, that one's not in there. Okay, the star eyes one is in there. We don't need the raid one because that's a Twitch thing. The laugh one's in there. The hearts one is in there. Is Angie Star in there? Yes. Is the fire star one? No, not yet. Is this the Fira's one? Yes. What about Facepalm? Is the Facepalm one in there? No. There's also this one. Is Evil Star in there? Yes. Is Crying Star in there? Yes. Is Boba Star in there? Yes. And then Bengals. The Bengals one will probably not make the cut because I don't make that joke very often anymore. Also, Jay Hengelman, thank you for joining my YouTube memberships. I appreciate it. Thank you. Vectorpede has already infested the Discord. We don't need Vectorpede here. I have these cute emotes that I don't have already. I think between the 4 of these, it's either gonna be Facepalm or sus. Facepalm or sus. Here. If you guys want the Facepalm, do a red heart emoji. If you want the sus, do a blue heart emoji. Red heart for Facepalm, blue heart for sus. And I'm just gonna see which one I see more of. Seeing a lot of red. Seeing a lot of red. Okay. Okay, there's a couple blues. Okay. I am seeing more red than blue, I think, now. There was a lot of blue, a lot of red. Okay, some of you guys are abusing this because you're posting multiple messages, and that's not how this works. That's not how this works. You can't just spam the emote over and over again. I'm seeing people who are... You know what? I'm just gonna pick. I'm gonna pick. It's my stream and I can do what I want. I'm gonna pick. It's my stream. I'm gonna pick which emote gets to live. I think the Facepalm one is probably more applicable. There. Okay, we now have Facepalm emoji. So everyone who wanted the sus emoji and you couldn't use it, you now get a Facepalm emoji to use and react to it. Green hearts! Oh my god, a rebel. But yes, so I wonder if like not all of the subs have like gone through yet because it's saying I only have like a grand total of like less than 60 and I'm like, that should not be the case. There should be like over 100 at this point because we've gotten so many gifted subs, gifted memberships. But yeah, so let me see. It said, how many do I need before I unlock the next one? It says 16 more members needed before I unlock the next emote, but I should be well past that by now, YouTube. It should be well past that because we've definitely, like, if There have been, like, over 100 gifted subs in the last month, so, like, I should be well over that by now. YouTube, why aren't you showing all the subs that people have been gifting and joining the memberships for? I'm still stuck in Twitch brain. I'm so sorry. How do I become a member? Underneath the video feed, below the stream, there should be one that says, like, you are subscribed. Next to the subscribe button, there should be a join button. So. My memberships are only like $2 a month because I don't want to do like too much extra nonsense for it. But it gives you access to emotes, and it gives you a little star next to your name in the chat and also in the comment section of my videos. And you also get my videos a little bit early, so. Is that a challenge? No, it's not! You have already given so many memberships, Jared. You do not need to do any more. Especially considering YouTube apparently isn't registering all of them, which is kind of annoying. I appreciate it, but you have thrown so many memberships, I'm a little worried about your wallet, bro. I'm a little concerned. I very much appreciate it, but... gotta take care of yourself too, you know? It's planned for. Fair enough. I just know that that kind of thing makes me nervous. As long as you're making sure to take care of yourself too. Like I said, I do appreciate it, but... This square-ass chin. I'm so sorry, Ariana. This is just... this whole, like, event is just the Ariana plastic surgery timeline. Plastic surgery stream. Because, like, I want to keep her jaw, like, a little bit rounded. Because, like, I don't want her to have, you know, like, perfect pointed anime girl chin. Like, I do want her to have kind of, like, a like, more round jaw. But not, like, a literal square anymore. I think we've ascended past the need for square jaw Ariana. I think she should be looking down a little bit more. Yeah. So easy to mess up eyes because they're, like, so subtle. Very subtle acting. With big anime eyes. Join the Discord just to see what all the Vectorpede commotion was about. Yeah, I told my mods that they were allowed to add emotes, and they abused the privilege, and they made Vectorpede a thing. And now it's like an infestation. Like a literal infestation upon my Discord. There's all these freaking centipedes in here! Get him out of here! And I'll whack him with a rolled up newspaper. That's not just a centipede, that's my son! Things to say out of context on a live stream. Dawn abused it, not all of us. One person ruining the thing for many. You're all banned. All banished. For letting the Vectorpedes into the Discord. How dare you? You may not have done it directly, but you watched it happen and did nothing. You watched Dawn let the Vectorpedes into the house and you said nothing. You didn't do anything to stop her. That means that you are just as guilty. I should make your streams out of context vid. Listen, if you want to do that, I'll I would love it if people clipped my streams and uploaded the videos. That's free marketing for me. I would genuinely love that. I feel like I would have made it as a VTuber if people made clips of me and put them on YouTube. Just out of context things, you know, all the big Hololive and Niji Sanji and the big indie VTubers have people dedicated clippers who make clips for them and post them online so that people can watch them. I feel like I will feel like I have made it as a VTuber if other people post clips of me, because I make and edit some of my own clips sometimes, but I don't have a whole lot of time for it recently. But I would love it if people did that. So yes, this is official permission. You guys absolutely have permission to make clips of my streams and post them. You just have to show me. You have to show me because I want to see. I want to see. I want to see. You have to post it on my Discord, or you have to tag me on Twitter or something. Or just tag me in the YouTube description when you upload it. I might not see it right away, but I will eventually see it. In my mentions tab. Someday when I have enough money, I would love to hire somebody who can just watch my streams and make clips for me. So I don't have to find the best moments and even just tell them, it's hey, can you make a clip of this? I would love to just have someone on call who I could just pay to just watch my streams and make clips of stuff they thought was funny. Maybe someday I will have a budget for that. That's the dream, baby. I mean, to be fair, that is one of the reasons why I like milking oats. Because some folks have been making YouTube clips and posting them in my Discord, which has been cool. But yeah, I would love to just have someone whose job it was to, you know, they're watching my streams anyway, but just hey, if you see something funny, make a clip about it and I'll pay you for it. That'd be nice. I'd love to have the budget for that. Yeah, I mean, that is why I've been putting so much effort into my YouTube channel, right? My channel's been growing a lot recently. And it's been really nice, having, you know, just, in addition to, you know, people watching my videos and enjoying them, having, that little bit of extra income every month has been really nice. And I've been able to use it to, invest back in the channel and invest back in making other things. Because now I can, reasonably hire other people to help me with stuff. It's been very nice. We want Vectorpede acrylic stands? No, never. Never in a million years. Vector plead plush when? No! No! What is Vectorpede? It's my comic's main character, Vector, but as a centipede. We pay Star by being members. Star pays our membership money back for clipping. I mean, yeah, literally though. It's like pretty much all the money that I'm making through the YouTube channel, a lot of it is being, I mean, you know, a lot of it is going towards like paying my bills and stuff, but also a lot of it is being reinvested back into the channel to make more content. It's a mutually beneficial exchange, you know? It's like, you guys support me, I have more money to make, to like invest into more stuff. And then that means more content for you guys. Mutually beneficial benefits. Ugh, my daughter, your face looks so much better now. I'm sorry it took so long to perform plastic surgery on your face. Gonna have so much fun editing your streams out of context. Well, I am glad. Have all the fun you want. Thanks for doing marketing for me. Did I miss any jokes at Verity's expense? No. Get out of here, Jay. Beneficial benefits? Wow, you don't get that often. Shut up, you know what I meant. You know what I meant. I love how you're staying above 100 viewers on your streams now. I know, me too. There's like so many people who are watching me draw weird shit. I love it. Thank you guys for being here. Ah! I really do appreciate it. Because like I said, I've said this a bunch in previous streams. It's like, I spent so long working on Twitch, like trying to get this shit to work. And I was getting like no feedback. I was getting like no improvements on my viewership really. But now I'm like on YouTube and I like barely advertise my streams. And I like kind of stopped making clips because I just didn't have a whole lot of time. And I still get so many people showing up for my streams. And it means a lot. And thank you guys. Ah. It makes me feel like I'm actually doing something right for once in my life. Wow. Imagine being like a successful streamer. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Yeah, it's kind of like a loose goal, and it is a little bit of a lofty goal. I'm not actually expecting to make it. But I've kind of been, like, making videos and, like, kind of, like, you know, like, my main motivation for, you know, all of a sudden, like, making so many shorts and stuff and, like, really taking advantage of, like, making time lapses for, like, everything that I draw nowadays and just, like, coming up with stuff that I can post on YouTube's really regularly is I'm loosely kind of sort of trying to hit 100,000 subs by the end of the summer, which would be like end of August, beginning of September-ish. I don't know if I'm actually going to make it, but I have been doing pretty well so far. Like I'm at like a little above 75,000 now. How many am I at now? I need to go check real quick. How many am I at? Yeah, I'm at a little over 76,000 right now. I'm almost to 77. I'll probably hit 77 tonight or tomorrow morning. But yeah, and so like I've been like keeping track of how many I've been gaining, and since I started posting shorts frequently, I've been gaining like almost 1,000 every day. So, you know, like, if that continues, it might only take, like, another month for me to hit 100K. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I just really want that plaque. I want to put the plaque on my mantle so that whenever anyone comes over, I can impress them with my cool piece of YouTube paraphernalia. After I hit 100,000, it's just gonna be like, well, okay, I have hit the threshold. I'm good. I have a cool piece of metal now that I can put on my that I can put on my mantle and feel good about myself. But yeah, I have been working hard, but I acknowledge that it is also a lot of luck and a lot of YouTube being really nice to me and a lot of you guys being really supportive, so I do appreciate it. Send my videos to your friends. Thanks for like, commenting, and subscribing. Let's go, gamers. Square chin, get out of here, square chin. It wouldn't be so nice if you weren't so dang cool. Yeah, well, your mom. Thank you. Thank you. I do my very best to be cool. I do my very best to make cool stuff that people will like and also be a positive role model. Because, like, I was thinking about this last night, but I know that with, like, making webcomics and stuff, one of the biggest problems that a lot of people have is motivation. And I've been getting a lot of comments from people asking how I stay motivated, and the problem is that there's no one right answer that's going to work for everybody. There's no one right answer that's going to motivate every single person, right? So, if I want to help people make webcomics, if I want to help people get over their fear of webcomics, the most I can do is I can arm you with the information that you need and try to, like, kind of help relieve some of the fear that people may be experiencing. Like, you know, fear of the unknown and that kind of thing. But I mean, also, it's just like, I have always been, like, an abnormally motivated bulldozer of a person in general, and that's unfortunately not something I can really teach people how to do, because that's just how I am, and I've kind of always been that way, so I don't really know how to impart that ability onto other people. I just really like doing stuff, and I've always liked doing stuff, so I don't really know how to teach people how to do that, because it's kind of innate. But I figure that the best thing I can do, if I can't teach people how to be motivated, the best thing I can do is pass on the knowledge that I have and just try to be a good role model, you know? Just, like, try to help educate and inspire people. If I can't, like, descend from the heavens and teach you how to be self-motivated, I can at the very least, you know, be a positive influence, right? And that's why I'm never buying a ukulele. I'm sorry! I know that the joke is past its time. I was watching more bullshit YouTube video essays earlier today when I was, taking a nap in my recliner earlier today. I like to put on dumb drama videos and then fall asleep. Dumb YouTube drama to fall asleep to. But yeah, it's just like, I want to be a positive role model. I want people to, like, get something out of watching my videos. I want people to be inspired, but more than anything, I just want them to not be scared of chasing something that they want, you know? If there's something that you want, you should always at least try to chase it. Even if you never make it big, even if you don't succeed, you should always try. My logic is that I would rather try and fail than be on my deathbed and regret not trying. Right? I don't want to miss an opportunity. I would so much rather fail It's like, if I fail at something, then at least I tried, right? At least I tried, and if I succeed, then I succeed, and it's awesome, and if I fail, it's like, well, at least an attempt was made, right? And I want that for other people as well, because one of my biggest fears is dying with regrets, basically. Like, if we're getting super real on this here stream, one of my fears is, like, being on my deathbed and regretting all the things that I never did. So I want to at least try everything that I want to do. And that's why it's like, if I have an idea for something I want to do, I'm going to do my damnedest to make it happen. If I want it that badly, I'm going to at least try to do the things that I want to do, because I don't want to be scared and, like, psych myself out of trying something that could be, like, the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. Right? Because, like, if I had been too scared to try and make YouTube videos, then I would have never gotten to, like, have all of you guys in this cool community and stuff, and have all the joys that came from, like, starting this channel and, like, doing stuff with it. I would have never known that. Like, I could have very easily have never done YouTube. I just kind of like, started doing YouTube casually. Just as, like, a weird little fun thing, but, like, I wanted to try, you know? And because I was able to try, I am now, like, enjoying the benefits from it. I'm enjoying, like, all the cool people who watch my videos and leave nice comments, and I'm getting to, like, make cool stuff. And it's been, like, wonderful for, like, advertising my webcomic and stuff, too. Like, I've gotten so many new readers on Castoff recently because they're coming over from YouTube, and that's amazing. And I mean, like, another good example, I made all my, like, moving to Japan videos. If I had been, like, too scared to try to apply, I never would have done that. I never would have had that experience. If I had been too scared to start a webcomic, Castoff wouldn't exist, and I'd be working a super boring desk job now. Right? So, like, bottom line is, I can't teach people to be motivated. I can't teach you to have the same level of bulldozer personality that I have, unfortunately. But I can at the very least do my best to, like, inspire people to also chase their dreams. Even if it doesn't work out, you can say that you tried. You know? I would rather try and fail than never have tried at all. And I think that's the truth for everybody. Whether you recognize it or not, I think that is a universal thing. This got deep. I don't know why that happened. But yeah, moral of the story, if there's something you want to do, if there's something you think that you would be passionate about, just try it. Just try it. Just do it. If there's something you want to do and you think it's going to be fun, just do it. Just try it. Don't worry, break it up by yelling at me. Okay, yeah, you're right. Fuck you, Jay. Fuck you for constantly threatening my poor Verity's backstory-related characters. Fuck off with that shit. I'm gonna stab you. If we ever meet in real life, I'm gonna come at you with a knife first thing. Moral of the story, chase your fucking dreams. There, we had to get some expletives in there. So this video will get demonetized by YouTube again. One of my streams got hit with, like, the yellow $sign of death. But they finally, like, redid the appeal and it got monetized back again. But I mean, I don't make a whole lot of money off my streams when I'm not live. Like, the stream VODs don't tend to make a lot of extra cash, but, you know, like, it's a little bit. It's a little bit. It's helpful. It's nice to have. Oh, MW87, thank you for the super chat. I work at a high-rise 59-story New Orleans hotel, and I love being a bellman. Oh, that's so cool. It's like, is it, like, real swanky? If it's that tall, it's probably swanky, right? Is it cool? Is it, like, a fancy hotel? Is it, like, swanky? I've always wanted to stay at, like, a really swanky hotel. I think the closest I ever got to saying it, like, a properly No, that's a lie. I've stayed at exactly one relatively swanky hotel. The last time my family went on a big trip to Disney, we splurged on the hotel and we stayed at the Grand Floridian, which is like the swanky Disney World hotel. That place was fun. That was an interesting hotel. They had like live orchestral music being played every night on like the risers. Oh, that was super cool. Very expensive hotel. But it was like, you know, my parents were like, "Eh, go big or go home." We're probably never doing this again. It was very cool. Ooh, and Dominic, thank you for the super chat again. To Sheridan by Marriott. I will look that up later, probably, maybe. Sounds swanky, though. I think the only other time I've stayed at, like, a relatively nice hotel was, Okay, has everyone here seen my video about how I got stabbed? This is relevant, I promise. But I made that video about me getting stabbed at a party in a bouncy castle. And that... So that trip for that conference that I was at, the club put us up in, like, the convention was happening in, like, this really nice Omni... I think it was the Omni in Corpus Christi. Like, this really nice hotel. It was, like, 50 stories. It was, like, this very nice hotel. Like, with, like, a big convention center underneath it and all that jazz. And I just remember, I don't know if that was, like, the height of luxury or anything. I just fondly remember that hotel because that was the first time I ever stayed in a hotel without adult supervision. Because it was just, like, me and a couple of friends, like, in that hotel room. And we just, like, played Pokemon when we weren't at our, like, conference stuff, and it was so cool. And, you know, like, maybe it's the nostalgia talking, but I had a lot of fun at that hotel because we felt like a bunch of cool rich kids. Okay, there we go. I see you guys posting my kitties. Those are my kitties. Oh, well, actually, Molly had to go to the vet today. So of the two cat emoji that I have, the little brown cat, that's my girl Molly. That's Molly Cat. And she had to go to the vet today as a follow-up from her appointment previously. But she got a clean bill of health today, so she no longer has a UTI. She's all better, and she doesn't have to take her medicine anymore. Huzzah! Huzzah! She's all better, and she got compliments on the vet, or at the vet, for being a very good girl. Because she is a very good girl, it's true. And they're right to say it. She is just, like, a very sweet cat in general. You know how, like, there's the stereotype that if you have two cats, one's normal and one's fucking insane? So Milo is the crazy one. She's a crazy kitty. She runs around and she screams at me and she's a little nightmare creature. I do love her, but she is kind of a mess. And then Molly is the normal one. She is a sweet little baby. She's usually very quiet. She's very friendly. She's not really scared of people the way that Milo is. She'll, like, come up and, like, rub up against your leg, even if she doesn't even know who you are. She's just like, oh, new person? You don't smell like me. Here, let me fix that she'll like rub up against your leg and purr. She's very sweet. She's also a little bit of a cuddler. Like, whenever I lay down to take a nap, she's always like right there. She's like, oh, you're napping, me too. And she'll like curl up next to me. It's very sweet. She likes to, when I'm like sitting in my recliner doing my work or whatever, or just like taking a nap, she likes to curl up on the footrest of the recliner and like take naps with me. It's very cute. She's a good girl. And she was very good at taking her medicine even though she did not want to. She barely fought me at all. She's a very good girl. Checking for holes. Better not be any freaking holes in my colors anywhere. There better not be any. Remember when you told us you drank your cat's... I patently told you I did not drink my cat's medicine. I didn't do that. I joked about it at the vet today. I asked him, like, why does it smell so good? And they said, oh, well, you know, it's probably just, like, natural scents to, like, make it a little bit more palatable for the kitties. And I'm like, yeah, I was telling some of the people that I know that, like, I was not going to drink the cat's medicine, but I wanted to know what it tasted like. And she said, well... probably safe. I mean, if it's safe for cats, then it's probably safe for people to drink. And I'm like, don't tell me that. Don't give my chat ammunition. don't tell me that, because that's gonna make me want to do it. And she's like, oh, I used to eat dog food when I was a kid. It's fine. And I'm like, don't, ma'am, you are a professional. Webcomic VTuber drank her cats live on stream. Drank my cats? I did no such thing! I would not liquefy my creatures. No! Ah! Okay, anyway, and with that, okay, no, I lied. I have like one more page of backgrounds that I have to, you know, do. Gross, disgusting. You can't liquefy cats, they're already liquid. Fair enough. You're right though. You're so right. Oh god, yeah, this page that's like all shit. I'm gonna come back to this one, actually. I'm gonna come back to this one, because that's like a lot. 33, 34. Because 32 and 33, I think, are the like 2 pages of just like blurry text, basically. There we go. Even when she's super blurry, you can still see the square chin. Well. There. This is what this page looks like without all the blurs on it. Treasure it. Savor it. You guys are never gonna see this again. Treasure it dearly. As we get rid of the square chin. Plastic surgery. Is this okay? Yeah. Ariana's sitting on a log. She do be sitting on a log, though. Sitting on a log, having a phone call. A stone call. Yeah, I might not even fix, like, this page, like this one, honestly, because, like, you can't fucking see it. Like, you cannot tell. So I'm probably, like, just gonna fix this face, and even then, it's, like, just the outline of her face. Because that's still, like, somewhat visible, even when it's super duper blurry. Yeah, past this point, I'm free of having to redraw my backgrounds. Because after this point, there's no more interior shots for, like, the rest of the chapter, thank God. No more bad castles that I have to look at until, like, no more bad castles until the end of chapter 3 or so. Yippee. Oh, hello? Oh, that's my alarm to take the trash out. I'll do it later. I'm streaming right now. Okay, now we gotta slap some color on that. Wow. Wowie wow. Where's my water? I'm thirsty. I'm tempted to model my backgrounds in The Sims and then sketch over them. I mean, you can absolutely do that. Like, I've done similar things before. I ended up moving to the point where I can just, like, fully model all my backgrounds. But, like, I have done it where, like, you take, like, interior design programs and you just, like, build yourself a little set. And then you trace that, because it makes your life a whole lot easier. I've definitely done that. I highly encourage it. Like, use whatever you have to. Like, I've seen people use Minecraft. I've seen people use The Sims. I personally, there's a program called Room Sketcher that I used to use. I used Room Sketcher for Marina's house. Like, all the backgrounds in, like, all the interior backgrounds in chapter, like, 8 and 9. I used a program called Room Sketcher, which is, like, it lets you build, like, an architectural floor plan, and then you can furnish it and put stuff in it. It's a little bit weird to use. It's a little backwards sometimes, because it's, like, it doesn't have... It's just a little bit troublesome to use, which is kind of why I stopped using it. So now I mostly use, I just model everything in Blender, because then I can get it exactly the way I want. It does have a little bit more of a learning curve, but I get to make things, like, kind of exactly how I want them to be. But, like, there's tons of options for stuff like that, so... Definitely recommend looking into it. My biggest thing is it helps me keep my backgrounds consistent, and also saves me a shit ton of time from having to, like, spend time sketching all of the perspective and the right angle and stuff, You know, when you got to make like 2 fully colored comic pages a week or more, it's very, very helpful to like help you save time. I've heard the learning curve on Blender is steep. It is, but like for what I use it for, I literally just like, I make extremely bare bones models that I just use as reference to trace over. So like they just have to be the approximate shape of what I'm going for. So like my Blender models are all pretty horrendous, but they accomplish what I need them to. Here, I can pop open a recent page and show you guys what some of my models look like. Here, I'll do this page because this has a lot in it. It's opening. Hang on, it's gonna take a second. Hold on. It's going. Hang on. A lot of layers. There we go. So this page, I modeled this room in Blender since we're going to be doing a lot in this room. And I wanted to be able to keep everything consistent and keep the scale consistent and do all that other stuff. Make sure I got like the appropriate amount of clutter on everything. And so this is what the finished product looked like. And if I hide all these layers, I can show you what my models look like. So here, I'll move this up on top of everything so you can see it and I can turn it on and off really easily. So yeah, I literally just, I traced over the models. So I took screenshots from Blender and I just traced over them. Like I did it for this door because like the angle was weird. And I did it for like this aerial shot. And you can see like, even sometimes I don't even trace the, I don't trace the models exactly because there's a little bit of distortion with the Blender camera. So sometimes I don't even follow them exactly. So like you can see this bookshelf, I made it actually go like straight up and down as opposed to in like the Blender model. It's like there's a little bit of distortion from the camera lens, which I don't know how to fix. So I just changed it when I drew over it. I didn't follow it exactly. Like everything else I did, but like that one just felt a little weird to me, so I didn't do it exactly like that. And then like I wanted to make sure that I could keep everything on here consistent and not have to worry about like all the little finagly details all the time. And so I did all of this. Oh man, what am I doing? I should show you guys the fucking hell dimension that was the page that just got posted like last Friday, I think. The fucking nightmare page. Hang on, it's opening. You'd probably have to change the focal length of the camera. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to use cameras in Blender. I haven't figured it out. Yeah, learning curve is steep. I don't know how to fucking use Blender. And yet I still use it, so, you know. Whatever you gotta do to survive. So there's this nightmare page with, like, all these fucking details on it. No spoilers. This page is public. This is not a spoiler unless you just haven't read this far. I think this is the right... Yeah. This is what the 3D model for this room looked like. And I had to, like, take another image, I think, to get the rest of it. Yeah, so does this have... Yeah, okay, so, like, this has the sketches, too. Here, I'll make a, I just won't save this. So when I do my sketches, I just merge them in with the 3D model, like, stuff. And so, like, I don't follow it exactly. So, like, I didn't want to, like, waste my time making this, like, a perfectly curved window. So I just made it good enough. And then when I traced over it, I made it a curve. But yeah, so, like, I have, like, I modeled, like, this entire room because I wanted it to be really cluttered. Oh, that's what that other picture was, is, I drew it like this and I figured that what I would do is, I would, like, sketch it and then I would make the model match the sketch. But then I was just like, no. And so then I went back and I modeled everything and I changed and I added all that stuff to it instead. So I started with this one and I was like, no. I had to tell you the triangular window tops were fine. No, I know. I wanted it to be curved because that's how I drew them from the outside. And so I was just like, when I actually draw this, I want it to be a rounded window top. But yeah, so like I modeled all the clutter on this desk. I modeled all the stuff on the walls so that I could get like different angles for it and save myself literally hours of time. So much time saved. And like this weird ass angle, like looking up at the tower, you will notice the curved staircase I did not make a model for because I was lazy. So I just drew a fucking curved staircase. Who says I can't draw backgrounds? I just freehanded a curved staircase for one shot, but I am gonna have to, you know, actually go back in and draw it at some point, like relatively soon. But it's like sometimes I don't even bother with the 3D models, like this panel. It was just like a window and the door, and I'm like, I don't need a fucking 3D model for that one, so I just drew it. But for like shit like this, I'm like, I'm gonna trace a 3D model and you can't tell me otherwise. But like, see, my 3D models are awful. Like, look at how square this fucking chair is. Look at this fucking square-ass chair. And then when I traced it... Oh. And then when I went in and traced it, I made it, like, curved and soft like a chair would be. And, like, all these books and, like, all this shit. I made it look more presentable, but I just kind of, like, loosely traced over it. See, my favorite thing is I like to hand trace my, my models. Rather than just, like, export the... Because, like, I know that there are some programs that will let you export the line art straight from the 3D model. But I didn't want to do that because I find that, like, in webtoons and stuff, when people do that, it's always really, really obvious, and it always clashes with the, like, actual character art and stuff. And so I didn't want to do that, and so I ended up, I model everything, but then I still trace over it with, like, my own brushes and stuff to give it more of a hand-drawn feel, even though it is straight up traced over a model. If I didn't have time, like, if I was on a freaking webtoon time crunch, then yeah, I could just trace over it, but... Or I could just, like, use the straight render trace, but I have the time and I want it to look nice, so I just trace over the models myself. But yeah, so 3D models are your friend. You should use them. Because, like, look at all this fucking shit that I had to draw. Like, slight spoilers, we're going to be coming back to this room. And I didn't want to have to worry about remembering where all the little fiddly details are. So the 3D models also help a lot with that. Because, like, I don't have to worry about remembering, like, which shelf has books on it, and how many books are on each shelf, and how many of these little drawers are there, and how many scrolls are all piled up. The 3D model knows. And then I just trace it. And it saves me so much fucking time. So, yeah. Use 3D models. They're your best friend. You have my permission. Just do it. Oh, golly. My computer fan just turned on. I need to close some of these files, but I need to look at it on my spreadsheet really quick. 1 second. I'm marking it off on my spreadsheet that I did 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30 are good. I just need to do the backgrounds. Okay. And then 34 is the one I'm working on right now. And that one is also yellow highlighted. Okay, so now I can close out of all of these other tabs. There we go, there we go. Oh, MDOMA87, thank you for the super chat. I sent a pic of the hotel I work at on Twitter. Awesome, I will check that out later. Oh, how long did that page take? So long. Don't ask me again. So long, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I will tell you that that model, the 3D model, took me like 3 days to make. Spent a lot of time on that freaking model. How often do you use the CSP 380 models for the characters? Literally never. Because I never figured out how to use them. I know that they're really helpful, and I know that a lot of people use them, but I don't. When I do use 3D models for characters, like if there's a pose that I just can't get right, which isn't terribly often, but when it does happen, I have an app on my iPad that will let me pose characters. I don't remember what it's called though. It's like Magic Poser or something. But I use that, and then I can take a screenshot and I can just drop it directly into Procreate and just sketch over it. What I do sometimes is I do sometimes have like I have just like a T-posing model. Well, it's not a T-pose, it's like just a standing pose, arms down, like neutral pose, 3D model of a person. It doesn't have a rig or anything, so I can't pose it. But what I like to do is I like to drag and drop that. I have one for each character, and they're color-coded based on which character it is. And it has their heights. Like, they're proportionally, like, all their heights are the same. I've, like, resized them slightly so that all the heights are correct. And so, like, I'll just stand those approximately where the characters are going to be standing. And I just use that as a reference for how big they need to be in the panel. But yeah. It's just to keep track of heights, yeah. I'd show a picture, but I don't know if I have one on a page that's not spoilers. Alrighty. And we're moving right along. J-Corn for scale. No! 3D human model for scale. I lost track of my pages. Here we go. Volume 1 pages. Chapter 2. Page 35. There we go. Okay, let's hide all the extra panels. Get rid of the extra background. Boop. Alright, and we are no longer in having to draw Castle Land. Yay! We're free! We're free, everybody! Huzzah! Oh, his mouth is too low. Fine, I'll keep the old mouth, whatever. Whatever. We are now in the forest. Yes. Look at my son. He's having a nap. He's peepee. Oh no, Square Chin! We are not free of Square Chin! Ah! Oh my god! Squeaker Boodle, thank you for the super chat. Hi-Star, just wanted to let you to know it's my birthday. Happy birthday! I hope it's a good birthday. Thanks for the super chat. You get to spend your birthday watching me file down Ariana's square chin. I'm performing plastic surgery live on stream. Wow. I've got one of those nose itches that's like, I need to sneeze, but my body is like, don't sneeze. We're not gonna let you sneeze. And I'm like, but I need to sneeze, and my nose is just like, no, fuck you. How about fuck you instead, actually? I'm like, but... but... let me sneeze! Please! Let me smash, please. No, Ron, your tail is small. What? Have you guys seen that video? I really hope that everyone here has seen that video. I really hope everyone here has seen that video, because otherwise I'm gonna sound like a crazy person. Wiggity swooty. Let me smash, Becky, please. I forgot what the girl bird's name was. So, if you're not familiar, there's like there's a video. I don't remember what it's called. Someone who knows what it's called, please tell me. I don't know the name of the video, but it's a video. It's like a nature documentary of birds, but they replace the audio with like AI voices like you would hear on TikTok, and it's just like this bird being like, let me smash, please. And then the girl bird is like, no, your tail is small. What? Swiggity's, I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember what the video is called. I'm just gonna search Swiggity Swooty Bird. Let me smash! That's what it's called. Here. We can watch this together, chat. We can watch this video together. Give me a sec. I'm gonna do... Hang on. Can I just do like a browser capture or like a browser source? Can I do that? And then it was the video. Yes! Yes! The problem is I can't post it and I can't get rid of the ads. Oh no. Oh no, is there no audio? Where's the audio? Hang on. Here.
This is a nice stick. I like sticks. Pick.
Let me smash, please.
No, Ron. Go find Becky.
You want some fuck?
No, Ron, I don't want some fuck.
I got your blue. Hey girl, you want some tail? Flick.
Ron, your tail is small.
What? Swiggity Swooty. You want yellow? She doesn't want yellow. Blue and yellow, no.
Ron, I'm leaving.
What? No, wait, let me smash. What's my life come to? Becky thought my tail was big. Becky used a let me smash, but Becky is smashing Ben. Ben is a hoe. Heck. Fuck this next. Fuck that. I need you, Becky. Becky, let me smash. I'ma get that bitch a stick. Bitches love sticks.
Bitches
Wrong
love
stick. Need stick, got stick, Becky, I got stick, let me smash.
Now you guys all know what I was talking about. There, I'm glad that I got to introduce you guys to that meme today. I'm glad I got to introduce all of you guys to Let Me Smash. Now you guys all know what I was talking about. Now you guys get it. Let me smash, please. New meme unlocked. That is such an old meme. That is like several years old at this point. What year was that uploaded? 6 years ago. That is a fucking 6-year-old meme. That's practically vintage. A vintage meme. Vintage, finely aged, let me smash. Do you guys want to watch it again? I still have the YouTube source.
Freshly juiced.
Oh no, that's a different video that is playing now. Nope, nope, that's illegal. It's just going. That's not allowed. That's not allowed. That shit's illegal. Anyway, now you guys know what I was referencing. I don't remember what I was referencing to bring that on, but now you guys know it. We do be vintage. Yeah, pop open the bottle of memes like a fine wine and take a fucking sip of that juice. Let me smash. I'm sure there's more of those videos, but I've only seen the original one, so I don't know if any of the others are actually, you know, good. And I'm not gonna run that risk by watching live on stream. I ain't risking it. We're not doing it. Get that bitches some sticks. Bitches love stick. Wiggity swooty. This is so good. You want some fuck? It's just so stupid, which means it's my favorite. I love stupid things. I wonder how Arron feels about this meme. I don't know, go ask him. Go post a video in the chat and tag him. Be like, yo, bro, this you? Yo, bro, this you? This you, bro? Oh, yeah, 1 second, hold on. I missed it in chat, but Savan, are you here? Are you here? I have a lawyer question that I was hoping that maybe you could help me answer. I don't know if she's like actively here. I haven't seen her in a chat in a sec. But I have a law-related question from earlier and you weren't here. If you're here, sound off in the chat. If not, I'll just ping you on Discord later, but... I don't know if she's here anymore. She may be distracted. It's not about you, Jay. Not everything's about you. It's related to the jury duty stuff we were talking about. Baby, come back. I've got a question about the law. Any kind of fool could see I'm just dumb and I got to ask a question. Baby, come back. Wow, wow. You can blame it all on me. Okay, I assume that she had to step away. That's fine, I'll just bother her on Discord later. I will bother her on Discord later. But yeah, the question was about, like, I still don't know what exactly the trial I got called in for jury duty was. Like, I don't know what the dude was accused of, but I'm gonna see if we could maybe, like, try to suss it out. Because it was just such a weird combination of a very serious criminal court case that was so serious they summoned over 10 times the amount of people they actually needed on a jury to be potential jurors. But also everyone I talked to, including the judge, saying that we will be done by Friday. And I'm like, these two things feel like they cannot coexist. These two things feel like, I feel like if it's that serious of a trial, you would be less confident that it's not going to last over a week. But like literally the clerk I talked to and the judge, they were both like, this is not going to last longer than Friday unless something very, very strange happens. And I'm like, well, what happened? What happened? What did he do? I'm nosy and curious. Court be like that. Oh, hey, Saven. That was the question. I was gonna ask if maybe you had any ideas about what the hell that was about. It's like, can they really be that confident that a trial's not going to go on any longer than that? Because they all seemed very confident, but at the same time, they kept talking about how it was a very serious criminal case. And I'm like, so what did the guy do? They didn't tell us what he did. And I'm nosy! I want to know. My mom said I can probably look it up next week. If it's, like, not, like... If it might become public record, I might be able to look it up, like, next week. But I'm lazy. I want to know now. I'm nosy. I'm nosy! I want to know. I'm not gonna get to know because I didn't get picked. I'm glad I didn't get picked, but I'm a nosy bitch and I want to know what he got accused of. Wouldn't be too surprised. Could it be they've seen similar cases come up before? Okay, that's fair, I guess. My guess was like, the guy shot somebody and he got caught on camera, and so it's gonna be like a real quick open and shut thing. But I'm like, they keep talking about how severe it is, and then downplaying how long it's gonna take to reach a verdict, and I'm like, but those two things feel like they cannot go together. Possible? Yeah, because I mean, like, it's Texas, right? And, like, one of the things the judge said when he was doing his, like, opening remarks was just, like, we have someone here who has been accused of something by the state of Texas, and he came to us and he said, I'm not going to jail for this unless a jury of my peers takes a look at all the evidence and sees that I am not guilty of what I'm accused of. I refuse to be punished for this unless a jury of my peers, all 12 of them, decide that I am in fact guilty of what I'm being accused of. I'm like, well, if it's gonna be this open and shut, it seems like you're probably guilty, bud, but I mean, I don't know what he's being accused of, and I will probably never know, so whatever. Whatever, I guess. I am more glad that I didn't get chosen than I am sad that I'm never going to find out what that was about. I'm curious, but not curious enough to be disappointed that I didn't get picked, you know? I'm glad that I am free. I would much rather be here streaming and talking to you guys and performing plastic surgery on stream than sitting, like, having to drive 40 minutes each way to get to the freaking courthouse and sit in an uncomfortable ass chair all day. If you don't look it up in a couple days, I will. Am nosy. I can send you the details later. Just be like, here, look it up on, like, I guess next week, because they were, like, super confident. I don't remember the names of any of the lawyers or anybody, that was the problem. I'm sure we might be able to figure it out, but I don't know where to look for that kind of thing. You find out the answer, let us know. I'm nosy. Oh, absolutely I will. You got it. The page revisions are getting easier as time goes on. Like, aside from, like, filing down Ariana's square chin, like, you can tell that my style is getting more consistent with time. The revisions are getting easier as time goes on. I probably could have gotten, like, if they had picked me to interview, I probably could have gotten out of being on jury duty just by telling them that I'm a storytime YouTuber. It's like, yeah, you know, whenever something weird happens to me, I make a YouTube video about it. I tell, like, hundreds of thousands of people about it. You know, well, we're exaggerating a little bit, but still. Been like, yeah, anything that happens in this trial, I'm gonna tell YouTube all about it. And there's gonna be, like, a lot of people watching it. I feel like that almost certainly would have gotten me booted from the, just telling them, yeah, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a professional artist, but I am also a YouTuber, and I literally tell stories about weird things that happen to me. If I had told them that, if they had, like, interviewed me, it's like, okay, what are you gonna be like as a juror? It's like, well, anything that happens in this courtroom, once the trial's over, I'm absolutely making a storytime video about this on YouTube, and I have almost 100,000 subscribers. So, you know. They probably would have kicked me the fuck out right then and there. They'd be like, nope, next. Anything that happens in this courtroom becomes content, baby. Literally, though, it absolutely would have. Can't you go to prison for leaking that info if you did? Not if I wait until after the trial is over. Once the trial is over, then I can talk about whatever the hell I want, from what I understand. Because, like, when my mom did jury duty a couple years ago, like, she wasn't allowed to talk about it, but then for, like, the few days that she was in it. And then, after she was done, she got to give us all the, she got to spill all the tea. My mom was on a case a few years ago where, a dude was trying to sue a ladder company, or, like, some kind of company that made ladders or, like, construction equipment and stuff. Because he, like, fell off a ladder and injured himself some way. And, so he was trying to sue the company, to pay back his medical bills. And they ended up deciding that, no, it was your fucking fault because you were the one who, like, you did an OSHA violation amount of ladder fuckery, so no, that's your own fault. And apparently my mother was, like, a big deciding factor in that verdict because she was being very stubborn about it because she's a teacher and she's like, hey, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You made a weird fucking contraption and you climbed on top of it and you fell off. There's warnings on the ladder telling you not to do that shit. You still did that shit. The company doesn't have to pay for it. You did that with your own stupid ass. So, Apparently a few other people in the courtroom were like, oh, but I feel bad for him. And my mom's like, I teach 4th grade. I have no pity for this motherfucker. He's a stupid asshole. And play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So that's the type of person my mother is. So he did something not safe for work? Yes, he performed an OSHA violation. The way... I might be misremembering this because it's been a few years, but I think what she like drew a diagram for us when she was explaining. But the way she explained it was the dude had like 2 ladders. He had like the double ladder play. And he like had a piece of wood like balanced between the ladders and he was standing on top of it. And then he fell off and like broke his leg or something. And then my mom was like, no, that's a stupid thing that you did. That is a stupid thing that you did. And so no, you're not gonna win that lawsuit. So, that's apparently, that was a case my mom was on when I was, I think, in high school. But that was the last time she served, aside from that grand jury thing she did a couple months ago. Where she got to learn about all the meth labs in town. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Perform an OSHA violation, you don't get to sue the company for that. So with it goes. Vector just being baffled at Ariana explaining her mom's experience in an OSHA violation case. Right? Here's the thing, though. Ariana doesn't know her parents. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but... I think she talked about that in chapter 9, when she talked about her backstory. I think she said that. Yeah, there's some history there. We're not gonna learn about it for a couple more chapters, but, yeah... Ariana's functionally an orphan. None of these kids have parents. I mean, I guess Vector's like the only one with like an actual strong like bond with his even like she's not his like birth mom, but like, you know, he still has Miss Jacobs. Everybody else, like, either their parents are dead or their parents are just not in the picture for whatever reason. Or, I mean, yeah, the two things. It's like their parents are dead or their parents are no longer in the picture. That's, like, the case for, like, the rest of the cast. And, like, Vector's the only one. And, I mean, unless you count Marina. She's the mom friend, but she's no one's, like, biological mom. I just straight up did not shade this Ariana, did I? Huh. Interesting. Okay, Self, what were you up to? Just completely forgot to shade one of your figures, huh? But yeah, this is a comic devoid of dads. No dads in Castoff, apparently. Barely any moms. None of these kids have parents. I guess Liam has parents, but Liam has his own problems. Like, Sonia and Taryn have their families, but we're never gonna meet them because they're side characters. Sorry! I'll be their dad, those poor kids. Jay just adopts literally all of my characters. He's like, fire up those adoption papers. I'm ready to have like 10 kids. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of want to talk about, like, the Castoff parental situation, but also it's kind of spoilers. Like, I forget which ones have been revealed in the comic already and which ones haven't. I know Ariana, like, casually mentioned what her parents' deals were, but we don't really have any details. Zara, we don't know shit about, but we're gonna find out. I forget if Marina went into detail about what happened with her parents. I don't think she went into too much detail, but she did. I don't remember. Rory's parents are the ones I've been curious about for a bit. Yeah, we're gonna find out about them eventually. Eventually. She didn't? Okay, then I'm not gonna say anything, but, she sure is alone. You know what I think it was? Nothing was ever said directly about Marina's parents, but you could infer a lot of things based on some of the conversations that happened in Chapter 10. Are the Frankie acrylic charms going to be back in stock soon? Yes, I have ordered them. They should be arriving. Actually, I haven't checked my tracking number in a couple days. I think they should be arriving next week, if not this week. Look up my tracking number really quick, because I haven't checked it in a couple of days. Still not showing me a delivery date. Come on, UPS! The people want their Frankie charms. But yeah, Rory's parents we will learn more about eventually. Marina's parents we will learn a little bit more about eventually. A lot can be inferred, but yeah. I think we're probably, like, I haven't scripted this far, so I can't guarantee it, but I think chapter 13 is when I want to go into, like, some of Rory's stuff. 13 or 14, one of those around there. So it's not going to happen, like, super duper soon, but I have a point in time when I would like to, when I think will be fitting to drop it in the comic. So yeah. Because, yeah, like, it's like I'd have the events laid out in my head. I just don't know exactly where the chapter, like, divisions are going to be. Oh, man, that's, like, primo square Ariana right here. It's, like, primo square Ariana content. This will probably be the last one I do for today. Because we're getting close to finishing time. And I gotta go make dinner. And by make dinner, I mean heat up some leftovers. Because I got like one more serving of my spaghetti left that I made last week. And by last week, I mean over the weekend. And then I've also got some pizza from last night. Some chilled pizza that I could eat. We'll see. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. Squariana, no eyes, very square jaw. Look at her go. Look at my queen. That's our girl right there. Look at her. Peanuts looking motherfucker. This is like primo square jaw, my god. And her ear is like so high up. I keep drawing their ears like super duper high up on their heads for some reason. The anatomical choices of chapter 2, early chapters of the comic are freaking wild. Okay. Very rough. We're gonna come out and clean this a little bit. Alright, I'm just focusing on polishing this face real quick. There's a lot of fixes I gotta do on this one. I think the eyes are fine. Mostly just that freaking face I wanted to fix. That cursed ass jawline. Oh yeah, also, comically short thumbs. Another thing that I did all the time. Didn't know how long thumbs were supposed to be. Another grand mistake. A weird-ass anatomy. Goddamn, so much square jaw on this page, I'm dying. I'm dying inside. See, the ears are at like a reasonable position here. But just sometimes I was just like, yeah, what if this ear was like in space? It was so high up. What if we just launch this ear into the stratosphere? How about that? How about we just go yee? Take that ear and just yeet it on high. Yeet it on up. Yow! Now her face is too long, though, is the problem. They tried to put me on the cover of Vogue, but my face was too long. So in the original, it's supposed to say legs are too long, but sometimes your face is too long. Yeah, so the long faces are a thing that I'm gonna have to fix a lot of in chapters like 6 and 7. There was just like a phase my art went through in like 2018 where I just drew everyone with like really long faces for some reason. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to fix a lot in volume 2 of the comic. Is I got to fix everybody's long face. always thought artists were too hard on their own work, and then a couple of days ago I had to share some parts of my novel outline, and it was like, oh, yeah, everybody's hard on themselves. It's a universal creative experience. Anyway, square-ass jaw. That almost sounded like a Zelda song. Square-ass jaw on this girl. Someone help her, please. But yeah, like, okay, so it's time for a serious talk, chat. We're gonna have a serious discussion. I'm ending this stream with a serious talk. Because we need to have a conversation. I'm sitting here, I'm having goof-em-ups and, you know, kind of ragging on my old art a little bit. We're having fun here. But I just want to end this up by saying, if you can't say something nice about your own works, just say nothing. I cannot tell you guys how many times I have seen an art piece be posted online, and the creator is just being so rude about their own artworks. They're like, yeah, it kind of sucks, but I'm posting it anyway. Stop! I'm grabbing all of you by your respective collars. I'm grabbing all 104-ish of you by your respective collars, and I'm shaking you gently. With love, but also with serious. Stop self-deprecating. Stop being so hard on your damn selves. Stop it. It's okay to have thoughts that you want to get better. It is okay to not be satisfied with the level of work you are putting out. It is okay if you want to improve. But stop it. You know that saying from Bambi, the movie Bambi? If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. I want you guys to apply that to talking about your creative endeavors. No buts! No buts. Get those butts out of here. No buts. If you can't say something nice about your art, don't say anything negative about it. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing. The world is already going to beat you down enough. The world is going to take one look at your art and it's going to chew you up and it's going to spit you out and it's going to say, this is trash. Don't do the universe's job for it. Don't try, but you have to. No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm smacking you with my tablet pen. I'm smacking you. The rolled up newspaper. Every time you guys want to say something negative about your art, I want you to picture me standing behind you menacingly with a rolled up newspaper. And that if you post something and you say something bad about your art, you're gonna get whacked with the rolled up newspaper. By me. I will do that. Okay? If that's what it takes to make you stop talking bad about your art, then I want you to imagine me standing behind you with a rolled up newspaper and looking very threateningly at you. Because, like, the universe is going to be rude. The universe is going to be harsh. The universe is going to take your art, chew it up, spit it out, and not have an ounce of empathy for you. You don't need to add to that. My thing is like, whenever I post something, even if I'm not super satisfied with it, I always find something nice to say. Find something nice to say about everything you make. Even if it's hard. Even if you hate it. Even if you fucking despise this thing that you make and you hate it and you never want to look at it again, find something nice to say. Because here's the thing. Art is never wasted. Every single piece that you make, no matter what medium you work in, it is always going to help you improve. You get better at things by doing them, okay? You improve at things by practicing, and you don't have to be perfect every single time you practice. Growth of an art, of a skill, is not linear. It's never linear. So you're gonna have days that are worse than other days. You're gonna make art pieces that were worse than the pieces you made the day before that. And that's okay. Just don't beat yourself up over it. And don't beat up the art for it. The universe is going to do that for you. Try to say something nice about everything you say. About everything you make. It doesn't matter. Like, every single piece doesn't have to be your magnum opus. Just be nice to yourself. Be nice to yourself, be nice to the things you make. Alright? That is my request for you guys. Alright? So remember, from now on, I just want people to stop self-deprecating so much, you know, because it gets, like, it's really sad, you know, like, seeing people beat up on themselves for not making art according to their standards. But, like, just be nice to yourself, you know? Just, like, I wanted to stress that because I've been sitting here and I've been ragging on my, like, 8- and 7-year-old art, but I really want to stress, be nice to yourself. Like, I'm teasing my younger self, but I don't think that my art I'm not going to say that my art was bad. It could use some improvement. But, like, I know that I'm teasing my younger self, but, like, the reason I'm not, like, going back and redrawing too much of this is because I want to respect the old art the way it was. Because it's not bad, it just needs a little bit of touching up, it just needs a little bit of love. You know, it's like that tree from the Charlie Brown Christmas special. Just needs a little bit of love, and that's what I'm giving it. And, like, if I wasn't gonna do this comic in print, I wouldn't have bothered at this point. It's like, you know, you gotta respect your art. You gotta respect the things that you make. You know? So yeah, that's the moral of this stream. It's like, listen, I've been sitting here, I've been ragging on my old art, but, like, we're having fun here, but the lesson I want you guys to take away from this is that you shouldn't be too hard on yourself. Stop self-deprecating and just be, like, a little bit nicer, you know? The world is gonna be so mean. The world is already so harsh. You don't need to add to that. Especially not to yourself. You don't need to be your own worst enemy. Try to find one nice thing to say about every single thing that you make. And if you can't do that, then just say nothing at all. You know? That's the lesson I want you guys to take away from today. You should make a moral of the stream every stream. I don't know if I could commit to that every single stream. We're gonna wrap up here in a few minutes, and I was just like, I have words to say. It's okay to be nice to yourself, basically. That is the moral. That's what I want you guys to come away with. I want you to be nicer to yourself. Here, if you need that slightly parasocial motivation, I want you to be nicer to yourself. So don't disappoint me. Okay. It's like, whenever you guys are thinking bad thoughts about your art, think, Star would want me to be nicer. I'm using my platform for evil and getting you guys to be nicer to yourself. How the fuck does that feel? You like that? And on the next stream, I've got another stream tomorrow. I want you guys to come back and tell me what, like, when we start stream tomorrow, I want you guys to tell me one nice thing you did for yourself in the last 24 hours. I want you guys to that's your homework. Is say one nice thing to yourself. Yeah, because tomorrow's Wednesday. This stream was supposed to be on Monday, but I had to reschedule it. What? No, I'm giving you homework, Jay! And your homework is to find one nice thing to say about yourself and the things you make. Homework rude. Well, that's what happens. You come to my stream, I give you homework, and the homework is be nice to yourself, goddamn. It'll be hard for me. I want you to do it anyway. If it's hard, that means it's rewarding. The harder something is, the more rewarding it will be when you accomplish it. If you can't do it by Monday, then Friday will also work, but Friday is a Pikmin stream, so we're gonna watch, like, a lot of carnage on Friday, so the mood might not be the same. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I'm basically, it's 8, and I'm hungry. It's 8 and I'm hungry, so, yeah. Here, that's the price of admission to my streams for the foreseeable future. is you guys have to come to my stream with one nice thing to say about yourselves. So, that's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. But thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to do a little bit of shilling here at the end. If you have not already read my webcomic, please go read my webcomic. It is called Castoff. The link for it is in the pinned comment at the top of the chat. It's also now in the chat because my mods are posting it. Thank you, mods. You can also check out my online store where you can get my book, How to Webcomic, my book that will teach you how to make a webcomic. I wrote it. It's like 200 pages of all the good shit that I've been talking about on my YouTube. You want even more than that? I got more than that for you. I got 200 pages of book for you guys to read. Also, yeah, if you want to join the channel memberships, you can do that. But if you also want, I have a Patreon that you can join where you can read pages for Castoff like a month early. And you can also get like exclusive physical rewards if you're into that. On my Patreon, that's patreon.com/Castoff. It's mostly for my webcomic. And yeah, so I've got links for all my nonsense in the chat. Thank you guys for joining me. Go find something nice to say about yourself or your work. Have that on my desk next stream. And I will see you guys next time. Fare thee well, friends. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.